navigational keywords, business strategies for websites. Today is the second of this 5-part series, which I am going to be sharing with you today and giving you some very simple steps that you can take for yourself and also learn how it works, where it works from, and why we actually need to know these things. I felt like this was the right time to talk about this in a way that allows you to be more creative with your thoughts, with your processes, and also understand how navigational keywords actually work. Because we have 5 types, and I talked about informational keywords yesterday, and now we're talking about navigational keywords today. The reason why I'm bringing these up for you is so that you can take action and understand why these keywords are so important for you to know, so that when you have so much for joining today. We are going to discuss navigational keywords and understand why businesses need strategies for their websites. This has been a topic of discussion for some time, and I felt like it would be very important for me to bring this to you today. I was in the house chat and I wanted to paste it, and I was like, we are live, and then Clubhouse decides to just go crazy on me. So I'm going to post it, come back here. Okay, we're good. So I'm not left out. Don't want to leave you guys out of this. What's up, Mark? How are you, man? Good to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. Good to see you. I used to work with a lot of brands back in the day, and just hearing you talk about business strategies for websites, I mean, it's just it's so easy, I think, in today's age to have a website. It's never been easier to start a website with AI and Squarespace. So, yeah, just want to be a fly on the wall and enjoy some good conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Before we even go too far, tell us a little bit more about like what you see for businesses, because a lot of time businesses, they think about their budget first before they take execution, just because they want to make sure that they're cash flow positive. But sometimes they don't really consider business or websites for that matter, because that might not be at the top of their priority. Yet it's supposed to be, because that's how they actually get discovered or actually have any type of business operation. What do you see?
I think a lot of brands and just people, individuals, are missing a huge opportunity. I mean, think about yourself. If I click on your bio, I don't necessarily see a website. I'm sure you have one, but I think a lot of brands can really just add so much value by having a quick website that just tailors their audiences and gets their brand, their messaging, their products out there, and just makes it really accessible and easy to find.
Speaking of accessibility, if you click on my face, you should see my website there, because I have about 7 links on my page. So when you click my face, you should see to the left side www.playinc.online and 6 more. So when you click that, you're going to see all my other links that are there: my booking calendar for a discovery call, my podcast, my LinkedIn, my Instagram, a scorecard, and my access all quick links, which is at the top of this room.
Actually, you're absolutely right, and I think it's funny. They say those who can do teach, and I think it's a little ironic how I'm preaching that everyone needs a website, and I don't even have one in my own bio. So that's a good reminder to all of us to really just consider just how easy it is to make an impact just by having a quick link on your page.
Yeah, it's so important. And I feel like when somebody has a link, it makes the conversation smoother. Like, let's say we go to a networking event or we're at a conference and we're talking, and then we want to exchange contacts. Majority of the time, most people will connect on LinkedIn before they connect on TikTok, unless it's a creator event. But if it's a professional corporate setting, LinkedIn would be the first point of contact, social media wise, and then your website would now be the second in line. Have you ever seen that too, or do you see something differently out of that?
I noticed that a lot, and LinkedIn is great, but I mean these days, especially everyone's cell phone has RFID technology. You can simply tap your phone or get like a quick little card, and you tap it to someone's phone, and all of your links appear. So LinkedIn is great, but it's also really important to really utilize just technology and keep up with it because maybe 2005, 2010, LinkedIn was one of the best options to get your brand and messaging out there. But there are so many more mediums that people can take advantage of that they're not. So I think that'd be great for networking. One of my close friends actually did sales engineering for a brand called Popple. I'm not sure if they've really expanded or grown, but their entire business strategy was you can buy any cheap piece of plastic, you put an RFID chip in it, and you tap that card to someone's phone, and all of your links appear immediately. So, yeah, I think there's a lot that can be done to get your brand and word out there.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I've been using Popple for, I believe, 3 years now. And anytime I connect with people, I use my Popple. They just scan the code and we exchange contacts and they're there. And I'm easily able to upload the CSV file to my CRM, my comma separated value, for those who don't know what a CSV is, to my CRM, which is a customer relationship management tool. And it just gets easier and easier to connect and also, build those dots in. So when you said Popple, I was like, yep, there it is. So definitely it's very important to look at that. If someone doesn't have an iPhone and you can use the RFID, then it's just faster for someone to scan the code. Even on LinkedIn, people don't know that you can scan your LinkedIn profile with a QR code that's in your profile card. So these are new options for people to use, and it's easier because that way the conversation is smooth and you don't have to break the cycle by trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, no, that's super interesting. Are you based in Los Angeles by any chance, or
I'm based in Houston. What about you?
in Houston? Okay, I'm based in Los Angeles. I think Popple as a company is based in LA, so it's good to hear that it's grown outside of the LA metro.
Uh, Definitely. Popple, POPL.co, if you guys want to know where that is. Have experiences like this, talk about this at length, and discuss how we are able to connect with businesses, being a business as well, being a business owner, entrepreneur, creator. And navigational keywords is something that I said I'm going to talk about. It's not going to be long. Like yesterday was really long. We had about 103 minutes in here, and about 1,200 people came to the room, which was super exciting. And I love that people were able to share their thoughts and just give, because we learn every day. And I love to learn, and I'm sure you do too. And today I said I'm going to make it a little shorter because I'm also not going to be available for the rest of the day. So I said I'm going to use this time, even if it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just tap in, check in, and make sure that people can listen in when they have the time to, and they can always go back to a replay. And for people who don't know what a navigational keyword is, it's something that you should consider and try to look into, because navigational keywords are technically within the brand side of keywording. Because when you look at informational keywords, you can have informational keywords and those informational keywords are unbranded most times, more often than not. You can say best restaurant near me, hotel near me, or what is the time today, which I talked about yesterday. And those are unbranded. They're very broad, very end-to-end based. When we now go into navigational search, we're being more specific, because now we're focusing on brand specific queries, which are used to specifically find a particular web page within a website that is also known as an internal page, that's going to allow you to access a shortcut that leads you to a destination within a page to now get to that actual point. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to learn about, let's say, ChatGPT pricing, or if you want to learn about one SaaS pricing platform. or if you want to learn about, let's say, Facebook login, Clubhouse login. If you're thinking about, oh, I want to know what the contact is for AT&T, for Verizon, or I want to connect with the hotel, I want to go to Marriott, what's the Marriott contact number? When you start doing those things specifically, they turn into brand-based searches. And those brand-based searches are so important because when you think about a brand is what is going to resonate with that search, that query. When you type in Sephora privacy policy, or you type in Amazon shipping policy, you start off with a brand and then you end with an action. You end with a query. You end with a specific outcome. So if you search for Pinterest login and then somebody else searches for Pinterest contact, it's the same brand, it's the same business, but it's a different action. It's a different outcome. So when you think about navigational search, these are the things that factor in high intent as opposed to just searching for something that is broad-based. So when you start thinking about these things long-term, ask yourself, okay, where are we going with this? How are we able to match this up? What are we supposed to do? And why are we doing it in this way? So that when you start thinking about your content starts to play a big role into how people are finding you. So when you think about your business, think about the brand name that you already have, and then think about the distinctive ways people can find you, right? It could be based on login. It could be based on sign in, register, portal, dashboard, pricing. Those are things that are going to be based on those specific modifiers. That's what we can call them, modifiers. If we're thinking about support or help, we say brand plus customer service, brand plus help center, brand plus support, brand plus contact us, brand plus documentation, brand plus report. If we're thinking about corporate or trust, let's say you want to learn about, oh, I want to know whether this airline has amazing reviews, or this hotel has amazing reviews, or this restaurant has amazing reviews, it's going to be brand plus reviews, or brand plus locations, or brand plus contact number, or brand plus about us, or brand plus careers. When you're looking for a job, when you're looking for an opportunity, those are the things that start to pop out even more. So when you start thinking about those things on a brand basis, it changes everything. Wanted to say hello to you, Luan. Good to see you, Rasha, Joanne, Jaffel, Ogbalu, Vez, and Jesse. You guys are appreciated. Thank you for being here as well. If you have a question, please raise your hand, put it in the chat, let me know so we can just cover this as well. And if you want to connect with me offline, please feel free to connect with me on my face and book a call with me. And just right above my head, you can see a link. Click on it, save it on your browser, and you can now connect with me if you need a website built, if you have a website and you need to scale it, or if you have something specifically you want to share with me, please feel free to do so. And we can have a call and talk about this outside of Clubhouse. Now, when we think about these brand names and modifiers, we're thinking about how best it can be used, right? And I talked about this yesterday, that there are two very important factors when it comes to keywords when you're building a website, especially strategy-wise. The first one is your keyword density. The second one is your keyword URL, which is your uniform resource locator. So let's say you have a website and your website has a contact page. It's going to be your website.com/contact. So when somebody's looking on Google for, I want to know about this person's business contact information, it's that contact page that you put in the contact URL within your website that shows up on Google as a result. So you're not going to see pricing if you're looking for contact. You're not going to see contact if you're looking for pricing. So if you want to get the exact match, then your URL has to match the search query. So the same thing applies to pricing. If somebody knows, oh, you have this type of service or you have this type of service, then you want to now say, okay, this service is leading to this point or is leading to this particular area. So you start thinking about it long term, and it helps you as a business to actually connect the dots. So that way you're not just guessing, you're actually projecting or forecasting results that you could actually be getting. If you have reviews and you want people to learn about your reviews, oh, here are the reviews about how we've worked with this company or this business or this case study. You want to have your website.com/, something something reviews, and you put a dash or hyphenate your words, because when you hyphenate your words, those hyphens are looked at as space bars or spaces to the algorithm. To you, they look like dashes. To the algorithm, it looks like spaces. So when you space them out, instead of jumbling them up together or mashing them up together, it's easier for someone to read. It's like writing a letter to somebody or writing an email or writing a blog, and you're putting all your words in one. And there's no spacing, there's no phrasing, there's no punctuation. It's going to be very hard for someone to read or even decipher what you're saying, even though it's making complete sense, but it's not going to have a structure that allows somebody to passively read through it or actively understand what's going on. So the same thing applies to your business. When you have a business and you have a website, these are the pages that you need to have on your site. Yes, it's good to have a blog, it's good to have a homepage, it's good to have all this great stuff that you have to show, but you want to also make sure that you have these things in place. A privacy policy page, a business operation policy page, a shipping page, a returns page, a terms of service page. If you have these pages, especially if you do e-commerce, whether you're on Squarespace, Shopify, WordPress, Wix, Tilda, Duda, Magento, what are the other ones? There are many out there. I'm just giving you a few of them to look through. If you start to put those things there, it changes everything, because those pages actually makes up your space. I always say I treat websites like land, literally, because what you build on that land is what it's known for. If I build a bakery on this plot, I know that, okay, I have a bakery store. If I build a courthouse, it's going to be a courthouse. If I build a clubhouse, it's going to be a clubhouse. If I build a hospital, it's going to be a hospital. It's the same plot, but a different service. So that applies to your website too. Because when you have these things on your website, it changes everything. Just like your house. Your house has a kitchen, it has a living room, it has a backyard, it has a closet, it has a wardrobe, it has a fill in the blank. So when you have those things, that's what makes up your house. If your house is a 5-bedroom home or a 2-bedroom home or a 7-bedroom home, or it has an east wing and a west wing, that's what's going to make your house a home. That's what's going to make your place a space that you can actually attribute to. So it changes everything, because now you're not just thinking about what do I have in here, it's how could I maintain what I already have to sustain what I need. Right? So when you start thinking about your website, you're asking yourself, okay, how many pages do I have on my website? When we build websites for clients, we tell them by the number of pages. So that number of pages determines how much they're going to invest. If you just need 2 pages, 3 pages, you're not going to pay or invest as much as somebody who needs 30 pages, 40 pages. That's going to change. So you might have a website that may just be 1,500 because you just have 5 to 10 pages, but now you might end up having a $15,000 website because now you have close to 50 pages on your website. So it's not because the pages are much or less, it's because you're focusing on what's the intent for each of those pages. We've worked with medical companies, we've worked with staff, we've worked with hospitals where they have different services. Clinics, they have 20 services, and each service has a specific outcome, a specific need. So if somebody comes in with this ailment or this illness or with this disease or with this type of thing that they want to fix or this thing that they want to focus on, we're not going to squash 3 services in one page, because that doesn't make any sense. If you're serving the DMV area, you want to have 3 different ones. You want to have DC, you want to have Maryland, you want to have Virginia. But imagine having just one for everything. It's going to be convoluted, it's going to be cumbersome, and somebody does not make a decision because everything is just looking crazy. So it's very important to think about these things navigational wise, so that your business also has access to points that people can connect to, and it changes everything. Ogbalu says, amazing stuff. Thanks, Favor. You're welcome, Ogbalu. Thank you so much for chiming in and putting that in the chat. What's up, Joanne? Good to hear from you. We love to hear from you too, and I hope you're well. Question, thoughts, feel free.
Wow, you are somewhat blowing my mind. I have several websites, and I'm not sure how to market them effectively, if that's the right word. I walk in three worlds: grief, faith, and creativity. And I have a website for, I was one for each of my three worlds, which, because I'm art-based, have many, many pages. And I'm not sure what best practices are. I'm in the process of launching a subscription-based website for the first time. And I want to tie it in with my existing website so that people can get to the subscription base, which is a resource to do personalized certificates and greeting cards and prayers and things from any of my other websites. And I'm not sure of the best way to do that. And I'm happy to book a call with you if that would be a better type of conversation to have. But I at least wanted to say thank you for sharing all the resources that you're sharing, and I sort of think I need help. And thank you, Luann, for inviting me to the room.
Oh, thank you so much, Joanne. And Luann, I appreciate you. She's such an amazing support. So I'm glad that you know her. She's amazing. Thank you, Luann. Appreciate you for the invite. And Joanne, yes, you've come to the right place. We've worked with clients, and we actually actively work with a client who has about 70 domains and has about 4 active websites. And we had to consolidate a lot of them so that they can all connect together and be compliant and also have those ethics so that online they're able to match what they're actually doing outside of their websites in person. And yes, I'll definitely love to connect with you. Once you click the link above, you can see the option to have a discovery call with me, and we have that call for 30 minutes plus 5. So the 5 minutes extra is for me to send you a video. So before we get on our scheduled call, anytime that you book the time, you will get an email from me. And since you also put your contact, I'll send you my contact information too. And I'll text you as well and let you know that I've sent you an email where you can watch a 5-minute presentation on your own website. I'll be literally doing an audit of your site, showing you exactly what I see, what's happening, the technical setup, how many pages you have, what's going on within the AI crawlers, how are they matching together, or what can we do to fix it or scale it. And then we can now decide on how we work together. We have 4 weeks, 12 weeks, and 24 weeks. So you can choose one of those 3 options. And that way we can discuss in detail on how you want to move forward. But the idea and the goal is to make sure that your website is seen, it's heard, it's remembered, and all the algorithms are also pertaining to your business so that you can actually have something that's streamlined and works together to build out your business long term as well. So congratulations on your 3 businesses. That is a big, big win. So I'm excited to connect with you and get to show you how things work so that we can actually scale. And by the end of the year, we should be able to be in a much better place than we are now.
Awesome. I'm going to go click that button and make an appointment.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all son says, Luann, could you please invite me or direct me to more rooms you feel would benefit my brand and vision here on Clubhouse and other rooms and other platforms perhaps? Wow. Luann, you're such an ambassador. I love it. I really, really love it. And thank you so much for connecting me with all these amazing people. I really, really appreciate you. And yes, y'all son, definitely would love to connect with you too. If you ever feel the need to be here, please feel free to join this marketing club. I was here yesterday, I'm here again today, and I've been here on Clubhouse since November 24th, 2020. So every time I'm on this app, I just never know what I'm going to get, but I'm always excited and expectant because I know people need help, and me coming out here is a way of giving back and showing up for people, because if I don't do it, somebody else will. But if I don't do it for myself, then I'm doing a disservice to myself, and I don't want that. So I want to make sure I can help people as much as I can, and definitely would love to connect with you. So the link above will take you to all my links where you can connect to me on either social media or just book a call with me directly. If you need a website, we can do that. If you want us to build on your website and scale it, we can do that too as well. I've been in business for 13 years, So it's something that I've been doing with my team, and we've been very successful. We manage at least 20 clients a month, and it's been very successful. Like, we have a full house, and we love it because we share undivided attention to each and every client, and we don't do favoritisms. We just make sure everybody's attended to, all the businesses are cared for, and we have an operation system that actually works best, to your ability. So it's been exciting. And then we end up being friends. If I come to your city, we have coffee. I'm based in Houston, so we can just have a great time. But at the end of the day, make sure that your business is available for market and it's ready to go, and people can actually access all the things that you need. So I'm glad that we're able to talk about these things today. So appreciate you again for being here and being in this space as well. So we're talking about navigational keywords. And if you have a business, your strategy, like you said, Joanne, best practice would be to look at your website and then see how your website operates. I was talking to a client yesterday. They sell Bitcoin jewelry, which is new. I learned so much from our clients, more than they learned from us. And they sell Bitcoin jewelry, and they just didn't know how to put themselves out there, because people hear Bitcoin and they just think crypto, they just think, currency. But she sells jewelry, which is a completely different vertical. So she's like, how do we get into this market? How do we get there for people to actually know? Because there are people who actually love wearing Bitcoin jewelry. So I shared with her that everything that was happening on her website, there was a back end to it. So there's usually HTML and XML. HTML is hypertext markup language. Those are the blue links that you click on Google, on your email. If you see a link here, you click on it. That's what you see as a HTML. Then there's an XML, which is what the algorithms and the bots read, which means expandable markup language. So that XML file is within a sitemap. And the sitemap is technically the brain or the roadmap of your website. So I showed her the front end and I showed her the back end. And what happens on the front affects the back. It's kind of like saying whatever you see in the front of your house will technically show up at the back of your house, right? So if you have grass that's cut all through the backyard, you know that the front as well is also going to be clean because you've done a full sweep across the house. So when we look at it from a perspective of the business side of things, it's important to consider your website and look at it from a navigational standpoint. Do you have an about page? Do you have a contact page? Because if you ask Siri or ask Alexa or ask ChatGPT or ask Manus or ask Cloud or ask Gemini, and you say, I want to learn more about this business, more likely than not, AI is going to scrape that about page. It's not going to scrape the product page or the home page. It may, but it's majority of the time, it's going to go to the about page, because the about page is what people are going to learn. Or let's say you have a team page, or you have a locations page, or you have an FAQ page. It's going to go to those specific pages and scrape out the data that's going to tell you about this website or about this business, because that's what has been put in to the website. So these navigational things are very important, because once you have those things on your site, you update them. If your website says copyright 2024 and we're in 2026, that's going to show off that it's not looking current. A lot of people still have websites. I remember seeing one that said 2004, and I was like, we're in 2026. That means you've never opened this website. You've never gone back. It's either you're not working with the person who you hired, or you're not doing it yourself, or you just don't care at all. And one of those options can be right, but you want to make sure you can care for yourself as much as you care for your website. Because when you do self-care, you want to be well for yourself so you can be well for others. When you have a well-being, it means that you're being well. And that means you also want others to do well, because you don't want to be sick and be in front of people. You don't want to spread germs. You don't want to spread infections. So you'd rather be by yourself and put a mask on, or just be in your corner and then get better so that you can come out and be the better person for others. So that's the same thing with your website. So when you have a website, your website is supposed to grow in a way that people can connect with you consistently. When you have blogs, when you have service pages, when you have contact pages, these things change. We're working with websites now, and we're changing their names, their contacts, their about us, their services, because these things keep happening. Your website is technically a 24/7 active workshop, because people are always going to go into your website, they're going to leave. You might be sleeping, somebody's logging on your site, somebody might be buying something from your website. It's very, very spaced out, and people will always access your website if your website is accessible. So when you think about your business, and you think about navigation, this is where you want to come to. Because when you think about your business, especially for navigational search, you want to own your brand. How do you own your brand? You own your brand by ranking number one for your business name. I'm sure some people have had this where they say, oh, you're ranking number one for your business. Definitely, you should be ranking number one for your business. But if you're ranking number one for a term that you are not the business name in that query, then that's a good thing. That now turns into an unbranded key term. I'll give you an example. We have a client, he does photography. He's been doing photography for 20 years. He's based in Texas and he does a lot of types of different photography. So if you go to Google right now and you type in Texas Airbnb photography, Texas space Airbnb space photography, hit enter on Google, you're going to find him. His name is David Pizzat. You're going to see his name right there. And he's always above Airbnb.com. And he's not spending money on ads because he used to spend money on ads to get the same attention, but now he's earning the attention without having to spend money on ads. So you wonder, how is this happening? And he's been doing that actively for so long that he's so booked and busy now because we specifically made sure that people are looking for photography services in Texas about Airbnb hosts, because Airbnb hosts love to take good pictures. And he's the one that takes pictures for them so they can sell their packages and, make sure that they have occupied their rooms and have all that good stuff because of the photos. So those photos play a big role into the Airbnb owners and their hosts. So we said, okay, let's make sure that your website is compliant, it's working, it's active, and he's showing up consistently on Google without having to spend a dime. So imagine you doing the same thing for years on your website, because the lifespan, just to give you guys some numbers to look through, the lifespan of a blog or a page on your website is 24 months. That's 2 years. So imagine if you decide to spend 24 weeks with us, we work on your website, or 12 weeks or 4 weeks, however you want to do it. And we know that, okay, at the end of these 12 weeks, you know that the next 12 months of your business, you're going to have your lights on. That's an investment because you're going to make your money back. Your return on investment is going to be positive. For 4 weeks, we work with you for $1,500. For 12 weeks, we work with you for $3,500. For 24 weeks, we work with you for $7,500. So whichever one that you pick, one of those is going to do you justice because it's going to make sure that you can see the ends of those results. And of course, each of those packages come with different thresholds, but they all work together to make sure that you have those things. And we have either 4 hours together, which is 1 hour a week, or 12 hours together, which is through the 12-week process, or 24 hours together, which is going to be 24 weeks out. Whichever one that you pick is going to be based on what you need. I don't tell you, oh, pick this, pick this. No, it's what your business needs. It's what you need as a priority, but I'll show you what you need based on what your competition is doing. That way, okay, maybe let's spend ads on this time, or let's do blogs at this time, or let's factor in this process. Those things make a big difference because it changes everything about your business. Do you have a question, Joanne?
I do. I don't know what I need. I just filled out all the forms, and in terms of brand awareness, I wasn't really sure how to answer that set of questions. But you know what? I think part of what I need is someone who can maintain all my websites and kind of coordinate them. And I would be interested in finding out more about what level of awarenesses you're referring to in the questionnaire that I just filled out.
Thank you. I've just seen the calendar. Thank you so much for booking. I can't wait to work with you and connect with you. I'll break down what I meant in the calendar so that it also makes sense. But definitely, yes, we do manage, like within those 12 weeks, we'll manage it, all 3 websites inclusively. We'll make sure everything is working together, because each of the hours that we spend on each website has an attribute to a success metric that we can factor in on a consistent basis. So when you look at the contact, especially when you now look at the awareness stage, I'm going to go through them really quickly for those who want to know about this. I'm just going to quickly run in there and then see what most people will be looking through. So there's usually there's not aware, there's solution aware, there's problem aware, and I think there's most aware as well. And when you look at these results, majorly when I have these things here, it's because I realize that when people are searching for results, they're looking at it from a perspective of, okay, what can I do to make sure that my answers are valid, they make sense, and they actually put a lot of things into practice. So like unaware means that nobody is aware of your brand. Yes, you have a business, but unaware means that not even the search engines know about your business. People don't know about your business. Search engines don't know about your business. Problem aware means that people are aware that they have a problem, but they don't know how to solve it. And if your business is in that area where it's problem aware based, it means that, okay, somebody is looking for a solution, but they don't even know how to find the solution. So that means people have been asking you, but you've not been able to provide that. That means you're kind of like in the stuck section between two different points. Now, solution aware means that you have a business and people are aware of your solution, but you've not been able to expand it to the point where somebody can say, okay, that's what I need, bet. It now changes the whole perspective. Product aware means that they are aware of your product. They know you have a product, you have a service, you have something to offer, but that's where it ends. And then most aware means that they have tried your product, they've seen your product, they're actively there, they've told other people about it, and now there's no condemnation, there's no compromise because they've been able to access and actually get a first-hand experience of your website or your service or your business. So those different awareness stages come in different packs, and it kind of stems from two different ends, both the producer and the consumer. So that's how you're able to factor in them, when you look at them from a different standpoint. Does that make sense, Joanne?
I think so. I'm in the second category. I don't know what I need. I just know that I need something.
Okay, and we'll definitely move it from problem aware to most aware. Definitely. And I'm looking forward to it because each of the three services that you provide have three different audiences and they have three different, I can say, avatars, but they all work hand in hand together. So if I ask you this, just so I know before I even send you out the videos and everything, when you put them on a priority list, which one is priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, or I can say it this way, which one is primary, which one is secondary, which one is tertiary?
Are you asking about my website? I think primary that I want to promote is myzenscribe.com. Secondary would be Joanne Fink Judaica. And third would probably be whenyoulosesomeone.com. But it's really the first two that I'm focusing on at the moment. I have a non-trivial secular following. And when the pandemic started and I couldn't go do teaching and artist in residencies, I stayed home and focused on my Judaic artwork. And so the last few years, I have focused on what's really a niche market, but I have a lot of content and, not as big a following as I had with my Zenspirations brand, because I have a lot of books and Zenspirations and a lot of videos with millions of views that people who want to learn how to draw would follow me. And I don't have that in my newer endeavors, and I'm not actually sure how to build that in my newer endeavors, which is why I'm so excited to connect with you.
I'm excited to connect with you too, Joanne. And I know that clarity is a big thing and communication is a big thing. I think there's a saying that you can never over communicate, because the more you're able to communicate clearly, the more people are able to hear it and understand it more. Because the first time they hear it, they may say, okay, got it. Then they hear it again and again and again. They're like, okay, now I actually got it. So definitely we'd love to connect the three dots together and make sure that what you have that is new can also work within what you have existing wise. And it'll be easy for you to navigate through the system and allow more people to find you, access you online. And I'm excited to show you all these things so that when we now look at them together, we can make sure that everything now works hand in hand. So this is exciting, Joanne. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward. I'm actually excited too, because I'm like, yes, we can definitely make sure people can find you, connect with you, learn from you. And that way you can educate them and nurture them. At the same time, you can allow them to connect back to you and pour back into you as you've poured into them. So thank you, Joanne, for the opportunity. This is exciting, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm excited that we talked about navigational keywords today. If you have a website, if you have a business, if you have an operation, if you have an industry that you work in and you're in one, this is the right time to really, really focus and hone in on your business. Because when you start focusing on your business, people start focusing on you. That's really something that starts to happen. Because when you start showing up for search queries, people who already know your business and they're using the search engine as a shortcut to learn more about you, like, oh, let me check out this website's contact page, or this business's privacy policy page, or this business's pricing page, then they already know about you. They just want to learn more about you. And that more is where you come in and show them, okay, we have this in our slugs, which is our URL, which is also known as a uniform resource locator. We have it in our title tags. We have it in our H1s, which are pretty much a heading one. And that heading one is where people can connect with you consistently. And then when you start having your site links, you start claiming your local profiles, people start finding you on businesses that your different pages, it helps a big, big deal, because now you're showing up online, people are working with you, you're on external platforms, not just on your website only, but it just creates a whole new experience entirely for your business to actually operate at a high level. So if you think about this today and you ask yourself, okay, do people know about my business? Yes. Okay, what do they know about my business? Then you can fill in the blank. If they don't know about your business, what do you want them to know about your business? You can still fill in the blank, because at the end of the day, the goal is to make sure that somebody is aware about your brand and they're able to respond back knowing that, okay, this person does this, this, and this. And if I ask AI, oh, what does this business do? Then it's easy for them to say it because they're picking it up from a source. Just like when you write a dissertation paper, a research paper, a blog, a newsletter, there's something that you get from that resource because there's a citation that has come from another source. So when you're able to match the sources, match the intent, and match the result, you're like, okay, that makes sense. That actually adds up. And then eventually now you can take that next step and take forward what you've already put in to allow more people to find you. So always when you think about navigational keywords, it's your brand first, then the action second. It's either your brand plus contact, brand plus information about it, brand plus location, brand plus policy, brand plus fill in the gap. So once you do that and you have all those pages, eventually you don't have to worry about it anymore, because now you can actually work hand in hand with other people, and it changes everything. I can say in a very sequential way, because now you're actually navigating people to directions that they should be in, because you don't want to waste somebody's time. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to give people the information right there and then. They can go about their day knowing that they've used their time wisely, and now they've constructively made a decision because you've been able to give them clarity based on what you've communicated. So that changes everything entirely. And I'm excited that we were able to talk about this today. There's not so much to discover when you talk about navigational keywords, because it's heavily based on your brand. But as long as you know what pages you need on your site, your website.com/about/contact/location/FAQ/this/location, by the time you have all those pieces together, you have 10 pages, you have 20 pages. And now all those pages work together and they all work hand in hand. It's kind of like saying, before we go, it's kind of like saying if you have a business, right? No, let me give you this analogy. You have a house. Let's say you've not gone to the kitchen in 3 weeks. Let's say you've not opened your back door in 2 months. Because the door has not been opened, that was the last time you were there. So it's the same thing that applies to your website. If you've never gone to your about page, If you've never gone to your contact page, if you've never gone to your product page, if you've never gone to your service page, and you've never gone to update those pages, there are 2 dates on your website that are considered: your date published and your date modified. So if let's say you published that page and you never went back to it, there's no modification because it was never modified to begin with. But let's say you build that page in 2024, let's say August 2nd, 2024, and then August 2nd, 2026, that's when you modified the page. So those 2 years will give you date published August 2nd, 2024, August 2nd, 2026 is modified. Now you have a published date and you have a modified date. That means you opened the door, or you built the door in 2024 and you access the door again in 2026. Those dates are important because once you update those dates on your website, it tells the algorithm that you're active, you're responsive, and you're relative to the results that people are searching for in real time. So that way it's easy for you to navigate and you're able to have a bigger outcome on everything that you're doing. So I hope this makes sense and if this added value to your day or your evening. And if it did, please put a 1 in the chat. That feedback for me is a big deal because feedback is the best currency for your business. It's the best currency for communication because you don't want to say things that are going over people's heads. So if you understood what I said, if it makes sense to you, please put a 1 in the chat. That 1 means a lot to me because I know that, okay, now it makes sense. Okay, let's take the next step forward and let's take action on what we've heard as well. So thank you, Joanne, for putting a 1 in the chat. I appreciate you. And I thank you for also coming on stage as well and sharing. Before we go, Joanne, we'd love to hear from you. Would you say is your biggest takeaway from the room?
I did not know about the need to time phase and to go back and revisit the website. I blog every week, but I don't visit my product pages all that often. And I think my biggest takeaway is that I don't know what I don't know and need an education.
Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate you for sharing that. Yes, it's so important to look at these things. And once we know them, we now know them. So we don't need to know them again. Now we can just act on what we know, and applied knowledge is better than knowledge received. So it's so important that we're able to talk about this and share this information, share the love, and also be present and active so that we can be proactive for the things that we care about too. So thank you so much again, Joanne, for being here. Thank you, Luan. Appreciate you so much. Delu, thank you for being here. Yelson, Rasha, Dynamite, Idrisu, Stefan, Faraz, Adam, and Abdallah. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate your time. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me, and it means a lot to me. And for those who are also going to listen to a replay, thank you so much for being here. I see the love as well from you, Luan. I see the love, the gift from you, Deolu, and from Adam, Faraz. You guys are appreciated so much. Thank you for the love as well, Joanna. I love you too. And I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you, online or offline, wherever you go. Please stay hydrated, stay out of trouble, stay blessed. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next room. The next topic we're going to talk about is commercial keywords. That's going to be very interesting. There are 5 actually. So there's informational we did yesterday. There's navigational we did today. I might do one tomorrow or Monday, but if you want to really know when I'm here so that you don't miss out on anything, just click on my face, and then to the right of my profile, you're going to see 3 dots. You'll see notification settings and turn it to always. When you turn it to always, that means you'll always see me when I'm here. You'll always get a notification when I'm in the room, so you don't miss out on anything that I talk about. And Stefan, you're welcome. I see the GIF. You are welcome. I love to connect with you guys like this. It's really fun. It's like the new age of communication digital-wise. So yes, please connect with me. We'll definitely talk about that. We'll have commercial, which will be next. Most likely that will be on Monday, if not tomorrow being Sunday. And then the 4th one is transactional keywords. And then the 5th one is investigational keywords. So I'm going to bring that to you as well in this room, in the marketing club. In this marketing club, we have 356,145 members. So feel free to be here. I always put the replay in the house chat, so you can always connect with me in case you miss out on the room. Don't miss out on this as well. So God bless you. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.
Welcome to season 13, where you listen, you live, you learn, and you earn. A lot of information is always given on this show. So, we're in the 13th season. God has brought us so far, and I just want to thank God for the opportunity to connect with you today on such quiet, calm space like this. So thank you for listening. Know that Jesus loves you, and know that you can always connect with me on the We Don't Play Podcast show. More specifically, go to WeDon'tPlayPodcast.com, or you can go to playinc.online. That is PLAYINC.online, and get in touch with me. Let's get on a call. Let's talk. Let's focus on SEO for 2026 and beyond. So until we meet in the next episode, God bless you. Jesus loves you. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay blessed, and stay tuned. Bye for now.